Here we go. Okay. Why did you choose this profession?
I've always wanted to make a living through art, and I did that when I was younger by working in the Metropolitan Museum in New York, and I worked a year as an industrial designer also in New York, and decided that I didn't want to live in a great big city anymore, and wanted to live where people were nicer, and where the air was clean, and you didn't have to worry about hard things happening every day. And I decided I'll go back to school, get a graduate degree, and I can teach. And I wasn't even sure then whether I was going to teach public school or whether I was going to teach college. But in the end, when I was offered a college job, that was what I really loved to do best. And I'm at a point in my career where I'm starting to look closer and closer towards retirement, and I think about all the things I've learned and all the places I've been, and I've never regretted becoming a college professor, and all the friendships and good things I've gotten to do with students over the years, I know has changed a lot of lives for the better, and that's a pretty nice feeling to have.
Sounds great. What are some of the academic opportunities that Augusta State offers students who are pursuing this degree?
Well, we have a very strong art department, and the art department limits its studio classes to no more than 15 students, which means that you're going to have a real professor giving each and every person in that class serious attention. So you're never going to lack for being able to ask what you might think is a stupid or not so brilliant question, because we're going to be there for you, and we're going to try and help you as much as we can. We do a lot of things. We have two student art organizations, the Student Art Association and the Mad Potters group, and the Mad Potters tend to do two big sales of prints and pottery out under a tent every spring and fall. And the other organization does other kinds of things. They have sort of extra talks and local field trips, and try and get our students to be involved in civic problems, like helping out at the Westaboo Festival that's about to start here in Augusta in a week or two. Another thing we do is we're now leading 2, maybe even 3 study abroad tours every year that students can get art credit for. I'm personally leading the trip to New York with one of my photography colleagues in December, and I'm co-leading a trip to Prague that students can also get art credit for in Central Europe in the spring. And our art historian, Dr. Schwartz, is leading the summer tour to Rome. So, that's pretty good. Our students have multiple opportunities to get out of Augusta, out of Georgia, and go see real works and great museums and real architecture, and walk in the footsteps of the Romans, or in beautiful, castle-dominated city like Prague, and see wonderful little things. And so, I would hope that all of our students, at least once during their 4 years with us, would at least go to New York with us, and if they can wing it and, apply for some scholarships and do other things, to raise the money for a European tour, that would be wonderful, and that would be a memory that any student would prize and remember the rest of their lives, and make them more cosmopolitan in our world.
What opportunities does Augusta State offer students after they earn their degree?
Well, of course, we're here for our graduates. I write letters of reference all the time for students that are still here that want to get a scholarship or want to get a reference for a part-time job or a summer opportunity or something like that. And we don't forget about our graduates. We think of them as like family and people that have been through a lot with us, and we do care about them. I've probably written 2 or 3 references for former students just this week alone. And but a student leaving here is going to be well equipped to go to graduate school. They can do a great many different kinds of specialty art jobs, like with a master's degree they could become an art therapist if they want to help people that are in crises, and they can do that degree at 2 or 3 different institutions for in-state tuition in the Southeast. They can stay here at Augusta State and do an MAT and come out and become an art teacher, and with a year longer and getting that master's degree, so that when they start teaching, they'll earn a higher wage than if they didn't. And of course we're trying to build a stronger graphics emphasis, hopefully eventually a major here, so that our students will have digital skills, so they can become web designers and graphic designers and go to work in publications and working for public institutions and that sort of thing, to make things look better and enjoy using their creativity a different way. And of course, we've got students who become photographers and students that are going to graduate school, so they can be like their professors and be the next generation of professors in college with an MFA or of art history doctorate in the field.